welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheyenne. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't forget no videos from your girl. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Beauties, so I'm already starting with my eyebrows already. I already filled them in and concealed them. So now I'm going to go on to my eyes, and I'm actually going to use a liquid lipstick as a base. So I'm going to be using this red lipstick from Dove Cosmetics. I'm just going to pop that on. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my Box of Crayons palette, and I'm going to go into that red. You guys, excuse my palette, it's so busted because I had it for so long. But I'm going to go into this red and blend my eyes out with it. Alright, so now that red is on, I'm going to go ahead and take black out of the Crayon Case palette, and I'm just going to blend that towards the outer V. And I'm just going to take a little bit and just take that and start to blend into the eye. Alright, so now that I blended that black out, I'm going to go into the Beauty Canvas shadow primer that I usually use and just cut the crease. So now that I went ahead and put the primer on, I'm going to go ahead and put a white eyeshadow on. So I'm going to be going to this white eyeshadow here. It's like a white shimmer out of the Crayon Case palette. So now that the white shade is on the inner corner, I'm going to go back into the red out of the Box of Crayons palette and pop that right in the middle. So now that I went ahead and put the red on, I'm going to go ahead and with black and just blend that out. Alright, so now that I went ahead and blended out that black eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and pop this e.l.f. liner on. Alright, so now that the liner is on, I'm going to go in with the Whiplash by DJ Lashes. These are the lashes called Attention Seeker. Alright, so while those are getting tacky, I'm going to go in with the skin and just prime. So I'm going to be going into the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin. So I like to use that just to give the skin a little bit more moisture because the wind has been like atrocious, you know. So I got to get that moisture back into the skin. I'm just going to go ahead and take that and start to blend that everywhere on my face. So now that the lashes are tacky, I'm just going to pop those right on my lashes. Alright, so now that I went ahead and popped those lashes on, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. And I'm just going to use that to highlight. Also gonna pop some on my chin, on top of my Cupid's bow. the bridge of my nose and my forehead. Just to brighten things up a bit, I'm going to take the Morphe shade, Morphe Concealer in the shade C3.55 and just pop a little bit under the eye. Because the formula is really bomb, so the mixture of it always blends out perfectly. So I'm just going to blend those out. So now that the highlight is blended out, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Truffle to contour. All right, so now that everything is blended out perfectly, I'm just gonna set my face so it doesn't move. So I'm gonna go in with the translucent Dub Cosmetics powder in this shade Bonus Track. It's a white translucent shade. I'm just gonna take the powder, tap it into the cap, and I'm just gonna use that to set my face. Yeah, I know I look crazy right now, but it's all a process. Always trust the process. And if you mess up, do it again. Practice makes perfect, so you want to get it right. While that is setting, I'm just going to go into the Crayon Case Matte Book. And I'm going to go into this really super dark cool shade. And I'm going to use that to contour, because I want this face to be extra snatched, and it gives me that extra snatchery that I need. So we're gonna go into that shade. All right, so just to make sure that the pigment is there, I like to go in with like a contour brush and just pat. So I'm gonna pat that color on because I want that color to be prominent. I want it to be part of the face. So instead of just brushing it on, especially like in the cheekbone area, I'm just gonna pat because the pigment needs to be there. Now on the forehead, it doesn't have to be as concentrated because I'm gonna do a lot of bronzing and so on. So I'm just gonna brush that around the forehead because I don't want it to be like super muddy up there. I'm just going to dust away the excess powder now. I don't want to set too long. That side, you guys, look at that flawlessness. Yes, setting powder. As I'm dusting away, I'm going to go into my Morphe finishing powder. It's in the shade Filter Effect. This is the darkest shade, so I just like to use this just to make sure everything is nice and blended. You know, there's no choppy areas. You know, make sure everything is nice and set if I didn't get every spot of my face. And I just like to run this, you know, everywhere on the face, just, you know, to make sure everything is set. Good face powder definitely comes in handy. Now I'm going to bronze. So I want to warm up the face a little bit. Going to the Morphe Bronzer. It's in the shade Showmance. And I'm going to use this matte shade here. This matte shade, this brown warm matte shade. And I'm going to use that just to warm up the face. So I'm going in kind of a little bit farther than where I put my contour at. Closer to the cheeks of, you know, where I would put my blush at. And just use that to kind of blend, make sure everything is blended. And also just to warm up the face so it looks like, you know, I've been out in the sun toasting for a bit. So now that I'm pretty much done with the face, for now, I'm going to go ahead and take a small pencil brush and take the black out of the Crayon Case Box of Crayons palette that I used before on the eyes. And just smudge that under on my lash line. I'm going to take a small blending brush and buff a little bit of red right under. Back into the Dub Cosmetics, the one that I use for my base. I'm going to go in with this red lip. It's a red matte lip, so we're just going to pop that on. All right, so now that my face is pretty much done, I'm just gonna spray my face, and then right after I'm gonna go on with highlight. So I'm going with the Mario Badescu Skincare. It's the one with the aloe and the rose water, and I'm gonna use that just to set my face. So now I'm gonna go in and highlight, and I'm gonna use the Ray Ray BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm gonna go in with this highlight shade here. It's the shade Radiant, and I'm just gonna pop that at the top of my cheekbones. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing this look. It's really sultry, it's really sexy, it's really smoky. I'm loving it. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't forget any videos from your girl. And we out here. Deuces.